My boyfriend, 28M, only wants anal from me, 25F. Advice? So we've been together 2 years. My boyfriend, 28M, recently started having this weird obsession with anal. I've, 25F, tried it over and over with him and I just absolutely hate it. He is also very thick. It's just something I don't think I will ever like no matter how hard I try. This may be TMI, but I also have issues with being constipated sometimes and just rather not have anything up my butt. It feels like he never wants to have vaginal sex. I'm kind of at a loss for words and I'm just getting annoyed with it. Advice? I should also add that we've always had an amazing sex life. We're open to each other's kinks, etc. And he's told me I've been hands down the best sex he's ever had. I just feel like now I'm failing at that. I had a guy who was obsessed with anal, and when I told him no, he raped me. No is a complete sentence, and if he can't respect that, he ain't the one. If he isn't respecting your comfort, I'd find it hard to maintain the relationship. He should care more about your comfort and you enjoying sex than a kink that makes you insanely uncomfortable. Have a serious talk that you no longer want to do anal, and if he can't respect that, leave. Pretty worrying that a 28-year-old man can't take no for an answer. You have said no. You don't like it. These are completely reasonable boundaries to have. He doesn't respect them. There is nothing anyone here can tell you to make a disrespectful man start respecting you. He does not care how you feel about anal sex. Advice: do not do it. Absolutely do not perform any sexual act that you hate. You need to communicate openly. Tell him bluntly that you do not enjoy it. It feels awful to you. And you will not be doing it. It's not a discussion. It's not a debate. It's information. You are refusing. End of the story. More so, if you hate it and your partner still wants you to force yourself and suffer through it, and your suffering doesn't seem to be a problem for him, that is a huge red flag. No, there, that's all the advice you need. At this point he's making the sex about him and his pleasure. Anal can make constipation worse, and if he knows that he's not respecting that. Also, please do not pressure yourself to keep up the best sex he's ever had, because if you're planning long-term with him, your sex life will ebb and flow naturally. That's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. Everyone has preferences and boundaries. You've vocalized yours and it's not being respected. You aren't failing, and there are a few concerns that need to be pointed out. You shouldn't feel less than or less desirable or a failure for not enjoying certain sex acts. You should honor and respect yourself. You don't amount to what sexual act you can perform. You are a person who deserves love and respect. While sex can be an important value in a relationship, it shouldn't be the only value. If you want something substantive beyond physical pleasure, there is an underlying lack of self-worth in what you wrote. I highly encourage you to seek therapy and to gain a positive outlook of yourself. Or be so critical for not being able to meet someone else's ridiculous expectations. You shouldn't force yourself to try to enjoy something you don't. It's understandable to want to please and satisfy your partner, but it shouldn't be at your expense. There are gives and takes in relationship. That's normal. But this is tortuous and demeaning. You've tried and it's something that causes you pain. It's just not in the cards for you. But that isn't your problem. Nor should it be a problem your boyfriend needs to solve for you. Because it's a hard no for numerous reasons. Your boyfriend needs to take a step back and stop thinking with his dick. What he is doing is disrespectful, gross, and unattractive. It's a major red flag he isn't listening to you and responding appropriately to make you feel heard and safe. You need to reflect on this relationship and be honest with yourself about who you're dating. If the security and stability of this relationship amounts to only his sexual gratification and only his feelings, leave. Just say no. Never allow any sexual act that you don't want. The people in this post that give her advice on how to do anal and how to make it a little less painful or disgusting. She doesn't want it. The end. Hi everyone. Thanks for all the responses. I just want to clarify that yes, I have communicated this with him. We've tried butt plugs, lube, toys, all the things. Some days it's easier than others, but usually not. He says, it's just something that I have to work up to. And it won't hurt, but I'm just so over it. I'm definitely going to take y'all's advice and set the hard no boundary. I'm sick of letting him try to convince me that it will get easier. It's pretty concerning that a 28-year-old grown man can't take no for an answer. You dump him. Somebody who cares about you wouldn't be trying to coerce you into doing something that causes you pain for their own pleasure. You shouldn't ever be doing anything in that department unless all the people involved are enthusiastically consenting. If you hate it, you don't have to do it. Tell your boyfriend that you tried it for him but that you hate it because it's painful, so you're not willing to do it anymore. If he pesters you about it, then he's not a good boyfriend and you would need to reconsider the relationship. Find a new BF? So no means no, right? Buy a huge D, and next time he wants A, stick the D in his ass. Look up gay literature on anal sex. There is a lot of preparation and foreplay that needs to happen before his penis gets inserted. Are you doing any of that, or he just warming you up a little then going for it? I ask because a lot of heterosexuals have weird and even dangerous ideas about anal due to the magic of editing in porn. Your BF obviously does not care about you sexually. BF stage is about finding out if you compatible or not. He has no respect for your sexual boundaries. You should never do something you are uncomfortable with. I have trauma regarding anal and I refuse to ever do it again in my life. He should respect your boundaries. Make it clear that this is something you feel uncomfortable with, as it's not enjoyable for you. There are plenty of ways to be intimate and have sex that are enjoyable for both parties. He is coercing you into sex you don't want and knows it hurts. He is putting that act over you as a person. He's assaulting you. You leave.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Coercing is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.